For about 10 years I did not say a word about it. It took 10 years to start really speaking about what happened. I thought I could lead the emergency response. It had all the ingredients on a very interesting operation where we could have some impact on the life of people. The day I was taken, I was not sure I was going to be kidnapped. It had all the aspect of contract killing for long minutes. And then I realized when they took me away, okay, I had been booked by someone had ordered my kidnapping, had outsourced that to a criminal gang. The first 2 minutes you can train for. The do's and don'ts you can train for. Then you cannot train for the lengths. You cannot train from the depths of loneliness and all what goes through your mind. For 12 days I was interrogated every day for 45 minutes, the duration of a tape on a tape recorder, and got blown on the face, teeth broken, nails broken, I mean all sorts of physical violence. But somehow retrospectively that was the easiest part, in the sense that violence was a form of a dialogue, a totally unbalanced dialogue of power. But there were questions, there were answers, there was some human interaction. Whereas most of the time I was in a dark cellar, 15 minutes of light per day, and was nothing. When you are in total darkness, you start making up images, colors that are lacking. You lose sight of the reality around you. At some stage the brain goes very wild.
Il est 20h30, Vincent Cochetel, fatigué, amaigri, retrouve enfin les siens.
I mean, the whole release was violent. First step of reintegration where I came back, was put in the maternity section of one hospital under a fake ID in order to avoid media pressure. So I was surrounded by pregnant women, and it was a funny feeling of a new birth.
Accompagné de son épouse Florence, Vincent Cochetel, lui, a été emmené à l'hôpital en observation. Des médecins, des psychologues l'attendent. Il reste maintenant à affronter le traumatisme de la détention.
I could see my wife and kids 30 minutes a day. And it was a process, a bit of resocialization, and try to share time without sharing much of what had gone during this year of captivity. You digest, you try to make sense of everything. And very difficult to plan the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. There was a period where I thought I was not going well at all. Got some extra medical support, I mean mainly heavy dose of antidepressant. I just run every day in forests, climb mountains, and wanted to get some energy or some violence out of me. There's of course the secondary trauma for the family, because for a long part of the ordeal it's dealing with the missing. It's a trauma in itself that needs to be dealt with. It requires separate care. My organization thought I was not fit to work, so gave me an office, actually in the underground of a building. Gave me an office, but I felt that colleagues did not thought I was totally normal or fit for work. So, I mean, there were some days where I was sending emails to myself because I thought I was totally disconnected. People think I'm not able to go back to work normally, but I need desperately to do something every day. It's not one session, sometimes it's over years only that people open up. Unfortunately, it's not only short term. I mean, there is, let's say, I would say, a standard package of assistance, of trauma relief that you can provide to a torture survivor, and that's useful on the medical side, on the psychological side, on the environment, the family, and all that. So I think there is a standard package, but then you need to, over time, to keep in touch and see whether there is no relapse. It's also important that beyond the provision of formal care and structure care arrangement, you have also peer-to-peer support. People who've gone through the same experience, talking, sharing, and just listening, just be there. Some of the details have disappeared, probably, but a couple of smells, couple of noises, or a couple of situations like total darkness in a parking lot or in a cellar and things like that, and it's just under the skin. I think over time you need how to cope with memories, surfing back in your brain or hitting you back, deep breath, some exercise, talk to someone quickly, but you deal with them. I mean, it's not as complicated as it was before.